needs to compensate us accordingly. And right now, they are making cuts to paraeducators who are vital to educating our students. And so we're here just to support the cause.
What's your name?
Erica.
Thank you. You want to talk about why you're out here today? What's your name?
Ernestina.
What brings you out here today?
Money.
Survive?
We need contract. We need some money. It's too expensive to live in San Francisco.
How do teachers live here? How do teachers live here?
I don't know. I live in Daly City. And one apartment paying my mortgage in San Francisco. You know, when I pay $3,000, that's what I pay for a house in Daly City. And I still have to rent a room.
Well, my name is Ingrid, and I'm here with my colleagues because we are hoping that the community will raise awareness for the inequity in our city and rally so that we have living conditions that keep skilled teachers in San Francisco.
And I understand you're losing a lot of teachers. Teachers can't afford to live here in San Francisco?
Yes, teachers can't afford to live in San Francisco because we're not paid a living wage. And also it's not just our wages, it's also the infrastructure, the budgeting, so that we're understaffed and our paraprofessionals are not paid a living wage and the students suffer and there becomes a lot of social issues that bubble up in the schools and people are turning a blind eye. It's really frustrating and it's really seems like people should be investing in education, seeing that's the foundation of our society.
Well, this is one of the richest cities in the world. Why do they say they don't have money for what you need?
I think it's mismanagement. The reasons that they give for not having enough funding, I mean, we have a huge amount of tax base, and I feel like they could really allocate funding to our wages, also to our school system, but the families are getting pushed out as well. So we're losing diversity in the city. It's age diversity. We're losing a lot of the communities that were the foundation of San Francisco, and that's going to be a huge cultural loss. It's, you know, stratification, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. So,
well, gentrification. How do you live? How does a teacher live in San Francisco at this point with the cost of housing?
I mean, I could give you the nitty-gritty how we live in San Francisco. Lots and lots of roommates, a lot of housing insecurity.
And having a family. I mean, can a teacher have a family?
My colleagues that have families have to leave. They either have a huge commute or they move to other districts. Can't afford to have a family and live in San Francisco. And there's, you know, if you lose your housing, you can't find other housing. So. And the solutions presented, like how teacher dorms, that is not a, you know, a really sustainable or appealing solution.
So why are you out here today?
To support educators, specifically the recent cuts to special education, to all of those bills that provide reduced lunch, that provide AP classes, and everything that our current administration is working against.
How is it affecting you personally with your students?
Well, many of my students were closely involved with the political events. We have 4 or 5 educators right here from my site. They worked on a political project where the students got to mock vote and run and debate and do all of those things. And they were deeply saddened by some of the outcomes of the election when some of their friends had to fear for their family safety and for, you know, where they would be in the coming years and who would support them with the way our political system's kind of shifting. So.
How long have you worked for the school district?
This is my 2nd year at SFUSD. I am a brand new teacher to middle school in 7th and 8th grade at SF Community in Excelsior, where I've had a really supported and enjoyable time. So I hope to stay there working in a justice-oriented place where they really value community like this.
This is outrageous. I don't appreciate this. I'm a first-year teacher.
Here we go.
And these guys, they don't pay us enough for this stuff. It's not about the money for me. I grew up at the middle school that I teach at right now. So you have to understand, I care. I really care. And this is ridiculous how they do us out here.
How do teachers survive here?
I survived because I have family. Without my family, I wouldn't be able to survive. I just got hit by this lady right here. She ain't gonna stop. It's cool, I'm good, lady. But I'm telling you, it's messed up how they do it. We survive. We have each other at school. We have our family members. Shout out to Visitation Valley, that's my middle school. Shout out to Miss Kathy, that's my teacher right there. But it's ridiculous. If we didn't have each other, we wouldn't have anything. That's how we survive out here.
How long have you been a teacher?
I've been a parent for 3 years, and I'm a teacher. This is my first year as a teacher, actually.
You like teaching?
Of course, I love it. But at least if you're gonna do something you love, and you're gonna do something you like, at least be able to pay us what we're owed. You understand? That's all I got.
Thank you. You're talking about why you're here today?
Excuse me?
What's your name?
My name is Bobby.
Why are you out here today?
I'm out here today to support our teachers for housing and better education and not for our children's sake. That's why I'm here, so we can have housing and so we can stay in San Francisco instead of traveling, taking 6 hours to get here to teach our children that we're tired. So this is why I'm here.
Can you? Okay, introduce yourself.
Well, the teachers are coming out and we'd like to get a livable wage. We're losing teachers every day as well as working families. So our enrollment is down and the teachers are being cut. We can't afford to live here. We're moving out of the city. We would like some decent increases. We're proposing an 18% over 3 years instead of a 10%. We need more.
Is that a living wage? I mean, even with an 18%?
Even with that, no, it is not a living wage in San Francisco where the rents are out of this world. Yeah, we need more than 18.
So what is the future for teachers in San Francisco? Because it seems like you've got to be a millionaire to live here.
It's harder and harder to live here, and we are losing more people. So it does get more difficult. If we continue to lose teachers, we will start getting larger classrooms. So then it harms the kids' education with each of those kind of steps.
And what do you think about charters?
I don't particularly care for them if they take money away from public schools and they are not held to the same standards that we are, so that's not right. If they take our funding, they should be supporting what we do in our public school.
Laura, they start from basically birth. So it's the like Harlem Schools model of starting when they're born and like educating parents starting from in the womb. So I think they have like that's why I think up to 3-year-olds, and so they're starting really young. So I think it should, like she said, be held to the same standards, but I don't think it's not horrible.
You think you should have
That one. I worked in a charter school before, and I did not.
What was it like working in a charter school? You have the same wages you have now in a public school?
I worked a month longer and an hour and a half longer every single day, and I made $2,000 more a year. And simple things like parent-teacher conferences, we had to teach a full day and then stay till 7:30. So I hated it. I didn't feel like I was being treated like a human.
Well, was it union?
No.
So, but do you think the charters are setting up a two-tier wage system for teachers, charter teachers and public school teachers?
I don't know enough about it to say yes or no, but I mean, I think the problem with charter schools, like she said, is that they're not being held to the same standards, so therefore some exceed standards that we can achieve in public school and some don't, and the disparity in who does actually do that is what part of the problem is.
What's your name?
My name is Ann Lewin-Haupt.
And what are the issues that brought you out here today?
Affordable housing for teachers. We just cannot afford to stay in the city, and you know there's a desperate need for teachers. So it's a crisis, really. There's already a shortage of public school teachers, and it's going to be bigger next year. And something has to be done because public education is the last bastion of democracy, right? Yeah.
This Betsy DeVos, the new head of the Department of Education, vouchers. What does she mean to you? What do you think is going on nationally as far as the attack on public education?
I think Betsy DeVos really knows nothing about education and was handpicked by Trump, and it seems like she doesn't believe in separation of church and state, and you know, I have really big concerns about her fitness.
And what do you think about charters? Do you think they're a threat to public education?
Yeah, I do. The way they are now, yes.
How are they organized that make them a threat?
Well, they take money away from other schools, and it's a deceptive to the parents because ultimately they can't afford the charter schools. You know, they're given a voucher, but the voucher is really not sufficient, and yeah, it's just chipping away at public schools.
From the traffic?
It's fantastic, of course we are. People care about teachers. People want us to be able to live in our own cities, you know? It means a lot to us.
How long, what's your name, or how long have you been teaching?
My name's Pat Coughlin, and I've been teaching here. This is my 9th year in San Francisco Unified.
And what are the issues this year for you in San Francisco?
It is about making enough money to live in this city. I mean, we work in this community, we want to live here and be a part of the community of the kids that we teach. And it's impossible for teachers to afford to do that. We're like one of the lowest paid districts in the state. And that's ridiculous.
Well, all the billionaires in San Francisco, what do they say? I mean,
what's going? Beautiful cars with these beautiful horns. I wish I could afford one. You know, I would honk. I would honk. They got to help us out. We just need the help, you know, and it starts right here with our board and with this union that's sticking together for this.
Is this true?
It's true. It was in the Chronicle the night.
So what does it mean that they pay more teachers in Boston and Chicago than here?
Well, you can afford to live in Boston a little bit better. Boston's also an expensive city, but teachers and educators pay a much less percentage of their salary on housing. In this city, we're paying 60–70% on housing. We can't afford to stay here.
You think
I just talked to 2 folks who are being evicted. One guy's losing his house. You want to talk to him? He's losing his house at the end of the day. Someone else over there has just been evicted. I mean, left and right. The district needs to cut the fat from the admin. Instead of cutting from the classroom, they need to cut the admins and put it into the classrooms and at the sites. Paraprofessionals and teachers.
And how long have you been teaching?
22 years.
And what school?
Fairmont Elementary.
What's your name?
Cynthia Lasden.
What?
It's a lot of sensory for a baby.
Yes.
You have to commute?
Not far to my school, no.
But you're worried about being pushed out, the teachers here?
Yeah, oh my God, of course I'm worried about being pushed out. Yeah, I mean, I think between last year and this year, we lost like 7 or 8 teachers because they couldn't afford to stay in the city anymore. I mean, when you have school districts that are 20 minutes further, you know, a 20-minute drive further beyond where you're traveling to currently, that pay way more, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars more. I mean, this is only for my pay scale too. So the longer I work in a district like that, this 20K goes way up and up and up and up. So I could make way more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Allie White. I teach at Mission.
Are you a para?
I'm a teacher, actually.
And what are the issues that have brought you out here today?
We're fighting for a living salary and wage.
And what is that in San Francisco?
18% increase.
Will that get you a house in San Francisco?
Absolutely not. Maybe I could afford rent then.
Are you being forced to leave?
Yes.
Don't make me leave.
No, to the point where I'm actually leaving and I'm looking somewhere else to live because I can't afford it. I mean, born and raised in the city, went through the school district as a child, now work for it. So it's just really hard.
What's your name first?
My name is Mark Wenning. I'm a high school teacher, science teacher, and I'm out here for a living wage. I'm out here for all of my colleagues too, who can't afford to live in this city. I've been carrying this sign for 20 years, and I'm getting tired of begging and pleading to get paid a living wage in this city.
And there are a lot of billionaires in San Francisco.
What?
There are a lot of billionaires in San Francisco.
Yeah, and they don't send their kids to public education, and they don't give a shit about it. And I'm tired of that. And I'm tired of us selling buildings and housing for people that are making millions of dollars, and yet these people here that are teaching the working poor and teaching kids and kids of parents who can't afford private schools like these billionaires and these millionaires. Where are they in the economy? Where are they in the city's plan for the future? They're getting priced out of the city as well as teachers. I mean, the city and even the peninsula, the people working class are not going to be able to afford to live where their jobs may be.
Well, isn't this capitalism? If you have the money, you do it, and if you can't?
Yeah, it's capitalism. It's Darwinism, okay? It's social Darwinism. Those who can afford public education or private education will send their kids there, and those who can't, they fall by the wayside.
And what do you think about charters?
Charters are public, are private for-profit thing, and education and healthcare can't be for-profit if you want to serve all the people equally.
So you think there have to be structural changes?
Yeah. I'm talking about socialism. Yeah.
Today we're standing with the teachers. I'm representing SFUSD here today with our brothers and sisters in UESF, advocating that they get a fair increase on their contract and the district close. I think this is a point where we will not compromise as a district and as workers.
And how are your members being affected, the staff at the school?
We're actually, coincidentally, 18% is the same number that has come up in many conversations and seeking parity with our brothers and sisters in SEIU on the city side. It's a shame to see that the district is putting the hurt on all workers across the board, especially our teaching staff who are directly raising our children, teaching them in the ways of civil society and making a better, just city for all of us.
And what do you think about charters?
I think we got to keep them out of the city, close them down, and we need to have public education be a building block and equal footing for all children in San Francisco, a place where they can learn and grow and learn from one another.
Thank you. What's your name?
Ryan.
Our school.
What's your name?
My name is Ronaldo Delaney. And we are protesting for the security and the stabilization and the advancement of San Francisco Unified for all of our educators.
And what's happening here that is causing real problems for you and other teachers?
We are not getting paid livable wages. We were promised housing, it hasn't been secured, and our support staff, such as paraprofessionals and special education teachers, they want to make cuts and they're not paying them livable wages as well. So we're standing together in unison and advocating for ourselves and for our students.
How long have you taught in San Francisco?
This is my first year.
You like it?
Yes, it has its challenges, but overall I do love it. I came up from LA, from the LA area, and I did 3 years of subbing down there, so now I'm up here teaching.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Amir.
What are you saying today?
You should support teachers to gain more money.
Why is San Francisco so far behind?
SFUSD does not prioritize us.
Who do they prioritize?
From the top down.